lesson, we're going to arpeggiate our chords, which means to pluck the notes one after another, instead of at the same time. We'll also learn how to play this musical example. To get the most out of this lesson, make sure you've reviewed your chord shapes. If you haven't already, now would be a good time to pause the lesson by tapping on the screen and tap the tuning fork icon in the control panel. Then tune your guitar to standard tuning. Let's start by holding a G chord. We're going to play a very simple arpeggio on the first 3 strings. Hold the chord and play your first string, second, and third. Based on the strings we played, let's call this a 1, 2, 3 arpeggio, just for learning purposes. Now let's try a 3, 2, 1 arpeggio over the same chord. Third string, second, and first. Finally, let's play a 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1 arpeggio. First string, second, third, second, first. Great job! Here's some useful tips for arpeggio picking technique. First, use the same position you would use to pick single notes. Anchor your picking hand on the bridge so you can reach all of the strings. If some of the strings are difficult to reach, slide your palm across the bridge, but make sure that your palm and the bridge keep in contact. Second, play with the tip of your pick, softly and with small motions. Third, make sure that your hand doesn't bounce, and that after you pluck the string, your pick stays in the space between the strings. Let's practice this a little. Anchor your picking hand on the bridge. Play relaxed and with small motions. Vertical motion, and your pick stays in between the strings. Great job! There are no set rules about what direction to pick while playing arpeggios, but here are some good things to keep in mind. Try to alternate between downstrokes and upstrokes as much as possible. Here's a good example to practice alternate picking over arpeggios. Hold a D chord, and now play down, up, down, up. When playing several consecutive strings, pluck all the notes in the same direction. Here's an example. Down, up. Once more. Once you find a combination of downstrokes and upstrokes that you like, stick to it and always play it the same way. Here's an arpeggio that combines downstrokes and upstrokes. Down, up, down, upstrokes. We can use the same pattern over different chords. Let's try the same pattern we just learned over D, G, and A. Let's review the pattern over the D chord. hold D, and play 4th, 3rd, 4th, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th strings. Once more, here's the first half. 4, 3, 4, and all the way from the 1st to the 4th string. Now let's try over G. Hold a G chord and play 4th, 3rd, 4th, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th string. Once more. Now let's try it over A. And again. As you can see, it's fairly easy to identify arpeggio patterns in music. From now on, look for them in the songs and music charts that you work on. You can frame a long sequence of notes like this as an arpeggio over D major and A, with the shape 1, 3, 2, 3 repeated twice. It will be very easy to get used to framing musical parts in these terms, and you will see a big improvement in your music reading skills. Alright, now let's jam over these chords. We'll play a 4-3-4, 1-2-3-4 arpeggio pattern over D, G, and A. Alright, now a little faster. Great job. This concludes the beginner technique lesson, arpeggiated picking.